bonito quando mexes esse cinturão. Vou no céu do céu só com um mergulhão. Tomo água benta porque não sou santo. Sou senhor na rua e fico no meu canto. A veta parte tudo, parte tudo. Parte tudo, parte tudo.
Yes, my beautiful people. You're back with Carïana with Get to Know, brought to you by Alto UK and Genius Music Management. And today I am accompanied by...
What's the boy, Don Jaga?
How are you, Don Jaga?
Yeah, I'm good, my sister.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, you know, I'm grinding.
That's how it is. That's the stages of life, isn't it?
Yeah, straight.
So tell the people, if you don't know, and if you don't know about Don Jaga, you must be living under a rock. Can you let the people know who you are and what it is that you do?
Yeah, man, I'm Don Jaga. I'm a Portuguese and Golden artist from the UK. I've been here for 30 years. I've been putting down for Portuguese-speaking culture for the last decade and counting. And yeah, man, I'm one of the pioneers of the Portuguese hip-hop culture here in the UK. And I'm just trying to unite everyone under one umbrella and, you know, elevate the culture.
I love that. I'm here for it. And what would you say is your why of music? Why? What drives you to do all of that?
I mean, being from an Angolan background, music is just there every day. And then, like, Portuguese people are equally passionate for music worldwide. And, you know, so it's just a thing that's in our DNA. And it's something that I just felt under. If it's not football, it's music, isn't it? Too. And I'm passionate about music. So, like, for me, it's just, I'm very passionate. I love music, you know.
Growing up, what type of music did you listen to at home? What kind of music were you playing in the background?
Mumsy, like, played everything. But it was mainly Zouk, like Zouk music coming from Guadeloupe initially. And then that became Kizomba in the 80s.
So Kizomba came from Zouk?
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around.
Kizomba came from Zouk and Compa from Haiti mixed, like, and then they mixed it with the traditional Angolan music, Semba and all that. I grew up listening to Semba as well, Brazilian music, Afro-Brazilian music, Afro-Cuban music, just like a whole heap of mixed genres, you know? So, yeah.
What would you say is your favourite?
Well,
if you had to pick, what is your favourite?
I can't, it's just like picking a child, isn't it? Who's your favourite kid? I can't, innit? But if I say I get on better with the dancehall / reggaeton crowd and the hip-hop genres, because like they interlinked anyway, so that's hip-hop, dancehall, reggaeton, that's my shit. Yeah.
So I discovered you through the Latin community. I wouldn't necessarily say it was through the Palop community.
Yeah.
So how did you get infiltrated within the Latin community? Because I'll be honest, you're very known in the Latin community, highly respected, highly known. We all know that if you're on the track, that chorus, that hook, game over. Game over.
Salute, man. Big up all my Latinos, man. I love how everyone embraced me. And it's you have to blame Mike Calle for that, you know what I mean?
Another OG within the Latin music scene, 100%.
You know, and everyone else around that time, you know, from Luch to Rose 40, like everyone just embraced me, and then it just took off. Everyone else got to know me. So, yeah.
Very random. What does Palop stand for?
Países Africanos de Língua Oficial Portuguesa. Então, so like the people of both African Língua Oficial Portuguesa. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so I've learned something new, and I hope you guys did.
Yeah, man. That's what it is. I love Afro-Portuguese. Yeah, that's what it is.
Love that. Here for the representation. I feel like it's needed.
Yeah.
And I've seen as well the Palop community is also growing within numbers, getting more music out there, which I love to see.
Definitely. Like we've been, I think that our cultures are so similar that, you know, a lot of people forget that Angolans, Cape Verdeans and everyone else like Mozambicans, Santomeans and Guineans, we had genres influenced by Afro-Cubans in the 60s and 70s. So in Angola, where there was a movement, we had our own merengue called Merengue Rebita. Yeah. So we were also influenced by, that had nothing to do with the Dominican merengue, by the way. Merengue is just the movement, is it? It's like the meringue in it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
See, we're learning, so now I'm here for it.
But yeah, like what was it called? I forgot the other rumba. Rumba is from the Caribbean, isn't it? So
Yeah.
then it was influenced by the Afro-Cubans influenced the Congo, Angolans and everyone else. So there was a big Latin American influence in the 60s and 70s in Africa. So my elders schooled me on that. You get me? So I grew up listening to that as well. So I could see the similarity till today. You know what I mean? So.
And that makes sense because when you listen to your music, it's a mad infusion.
Yeah.
Like it would be so hard. You can't put you in a box. Do you get what I mean?
Nah.
Because your music really does incorporate all these sounds, and like hearing the history and the tradition of Angolan music, you can see how it links with the Latin rhythms as well.
Yeah, my G.
Love that. No, I'm learning right now. I feel like you're teaching me, and I love that. I'm here for it.
We're here. I'm here learning off each other, man. Yeah.
So within this music career, would you say you've experienced highs and lows?
Yeah, therefore, 100%. I believe you've got to fail in order to really embrace success. Like you can't, score. If you're an athlete, you can't score goals without missing the goal. You know what I mean? So you're gonna go through the lows, go through the pain, go through the motions, go through all the madness that comes with it. But you need to be firm and strong to get through it. Just navigate through it. You know. So.
How do you find you navigate it? Like what are your tips, if you could give anyone advice or tips to navigate the highs and lows? Because I know a lot of artists can get disheartened when they do face a failure and they were like, on this, I ain't gonna do it no more. Yeah. But you just have to keep going. So what would you say?
What would I say?
Like what works for you?
What works for me?
You've got to find what works for yourself. But for you, what works for you?
I think you're right. Everyone's different. What works for me is I'm a workaholic. And sometimes there's been times where I've shut emotions down from I'm just keeping it 1,000. I shut myself from the rest of the world and kind of just put whatever I was feeling, that energy, transmuted it into the music. Do you know what I'm saying? And some people go to the gym. You know what I mean? I also incorporate that. Just like diet, trying to keep my mental afloat. And also just hit the studio, put pen to pad back in the day. Now it's, off the top, you get me, whatever. So it's just therapeutic, just finding different positive channels that are going to be beneficial for my mental health, because music is a spiritual thing. It takes a lot of brain power to channel in your emotions and to put it out in the art form, you feel me? So yeah, we're very sensitive people.
No, very sensitive.
Very sensitive, so
because it's true. I love how you said that music is a spiritual thing, because I feel like more than mental as well, it's very emotional, it's very psychological as well. You're connecting with people that you don't even know. Like your music can resonate with someone and you have no idea. You could have helped them out of a bad situation just from you expressing yourself, which I think is such a beautiful communal thing, because it's like 100%. You're connecting with people that you don't know at all.
Yeah, man. Even if it's just like a silly song, you get me? You're making people feel good, you know what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to all my people doing Kuduru up here in England. You're making people feel good, you get me? So, yeah, man.
I love Kuduru. Would you say there's a difference between Kuduru and Afrobeats?
100%.
What's the difference?
Like, Kuduru is a mix of soca, house music, I believe a bit of hip hop, and you mix all of that and then you get Kuduru, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like maybe old school techno, just maybe I'm missing a few ingredients, but please correct me in the comments, man. You know what I mean? But yeah.
So you've been doing this music stuff for a long time. How many years would you say you've been dedicating your life to your musical career?
Yeah, about 10, between 10 and 12. Like, I think like there might have been a year or two where I was still deciding. The first years I was still deciding whether it was going to be my career or I was going to follow this path. But it was 2011 when I really saw what I was capable of. I mean, I had a first glimpse back in 2008 when I entered a competition by, it was curated by Carlos. He's like an OG of Fado, like one of the big names out there. And it was a songwriting competition, and I won my first recording deal under a big label. Yeah, Valentin Carvalho back then, and they were married to EMI Records, so it was a big thing, but it never came to fruition. So what I did, came back to England, and then I joined USG, OGs of the hip hop game, and then this was the time Coke signed the deal with Rock Nation, Jay-Z, and I was around that, and the rest is history if you know who I am and that. So, yeah, man.
Would you say you've noticed a change in music and the way artists maybe have to get their music out there?
Yeah, man. Everything is different. This is the best era and the worst era in many ways. Depends how you look at it. But for me, it's the best era. I try to stay positive because like technology, you can just put music out every day if you wanted to. Do you know what I mean? Right? And you don't really need a label. You just need to study the game and decide what kind of artist you want to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's meant to have a recording deal. But there's musicians out there we've never heard of, and they're gigging every week up and down the country and they're making money from it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. So would you say nowadays you can possibly make it being independent, like you don't need to rely on a label?
Yeah, you just gotta know your lane, and if you feel like in an urban genre, like networking with, is your best thing regardless network of genre, but networking from the urban scene, because the urban scene is like, it's not as developed as the other genres. Like with rock music, pubs will hire you to play. No one's gonna hire a group, you know what I'm saying? Unless like you would like with the Roots or do you know what I'm saying? You gotta know your lane if you're doing big R&B. If you're an R&B artist, you're blessed, you know what I'm saying? Because you got vocals and whatnot. But when it comes to rapping, it's a bit more techie. So you gotta be, you gotta like join. What I did with my people, we used to do events together, and like we'd get the London lot, we do gigs in London, we do gigs in Leeds, Manchester, and we try and link up and build our own thing in it. That's what we're still doing. So it's just to show you how difficult it is for hip hop and any rap based genre. It can be a bit more difficult. Yeah.
What advice would you give someone if they were trying to get into the rap or hip hop lane of music?
I mean, yeah, again, it depends. Now, on a different note as well, like with the rap, I mean, there's people that can, like Broken Pen, for example. Shout out Broken Pen is an Angolan Portuguese artist. He's putting his stage, he's building his presence online more, like with freestyles, and he does voiceovers. You know what I mean? So he's using his rap ability to do, and his vocal ability to do voiceovers. So I think he's one prime example of like the modern day MC, you know what I mean? So, and he does theatre as well. So, and my boy Lobo does that as well. So shout outs to both of them. Yeah.
I think that's a really good piece of advice, is like, use your talent for other things. It's like, if you know it can work for this, why not try it with that? So I know like you could do, for example, just off the top of my head, like workshops.
Yeah.
You could go somewhere, teach kids how to get it, and you can get paid from that as well.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I think it's important to know that there's other avenues of making money off your music than just doing records. Like you can actually use that talent in other departments.
Yeah, I'll give you another example. You just you hit me. My boy Shaldo, he's my guy. Like we're not tight like that, but he gave me opportunity to open up for him ages ago, and he's got a business model like Tech Nine, the rapper from America, and he's got his own manga. Yeah, called
that's so cool. The anime, right?
The anime, his own cartoon character about his life, about his character, Shaldo. And then he also teaches, like you said, does workshops in unis and, other private workshops and teach people how to rap. I actually was I've got something on the side as well. Like with my boys, we started a program called Express Yourself in Twickenham, like 7 years ago. Yeah, about 7 years ago, and it was help. It had Cool G Rap's backing. You know what I'm saying? So the OG from America, and it was similar, like helping kids to know about hip hop and. Similar, it was a workshop, you know what I mean, to help kids how to rap, teach them how to produce and do all this kind of thing. So, and you get a diploma, like a NVQ.
That's really good.
Yeah. So it was helping kids from, you know, those kids who have more difficulties in
disadvantaged backgrounds.
Yeah, and those kids in Feltham as well. So it was a combination of that, and it really worked out. So. Big up Squingy for still running that. Big up Nathan and big up Express Yourself for doing that. You know what I mean?
So last year, 2023, was a very big year for you. You were very active. You weren't just doing bits in the UK. You were also flying out to Portugal, so making you an international star. Yeah. So tell us about last year. Like, how was that for you?
Nah, man. Last year was amazing. I had the best year of my career. Shout out to my guy Poetic. We signed a deal with Warner in 2022, and we went over to Portugal. Shouts to Linz as well, who OG of Portuguese hip hop, who kind of helped us manage our situation. And you know, I had Savannah as well on my corner, helping me out with bits and bobs. Shouts to Geminis Management, and all these people helped us succeed in our path in 2023. We had our album Victoria. Was like an 8-track album, and we had a successful album launch, which you hosted as well. So thank you. Big up JP as well and everyone involved. And we went over to Portugal. We had shows on Lisboa ao Vivo, which is one of the most prestigious stages we could have in Lisbon. Perform in Lisbon. We also performed in RTP Africa in a show called Conversas ao Sul. It was live with a live band.
That's so
and it was almost like a freestyle. So, but it was like it was a challenge, but we did our thing. You know, Poetic killed his bit. I wasn't really too happy with mine, but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I'm just a perfectionist, man. You know, not as bad as Dr. Dre though. You get me? Yeah, but yeah, come on.
And out of all of those, obviously I know it's going to be hard to pick. What would you say was your favourite moment? Because I know you were also on the BBC here with Moya, right?
Yeah.
So many wins and accomplishments.
Too many things. Like I'm just
No, because when I saw you on the BBC, I was like, I know him. I know that guy.
Now, shouts to Moya, big bro Moya. He's another Palop artist, Mozambican origin, and he's our OG. You know, he was out here doing bits and bobs in the UK hip hop scene back in the day, he's just elevated to such an amazing artist that he hasn't forgotten his roots and he's always extended his hand. And so out of nowhere, he just called me to like jump on a track, and he shouted me, "Yo, listen, I'm going to the BBC. I'd love to perform my song." And I was just like, right. And I was working that day, but that night, and then so I went straight from work to the BBC. Like, so I'm still grinding, but it is what it is. And Moya blessed me like that, and it was an amazing moment for sure.
Yeah.
Shout out to Moya.
So what was one of your highlights, your favourite highlights of last year then? No, it's going to be hard to pick.
Yeah, it's hard to pick. But I'll say it's either the Portugal day that, you know, you guys gave me my flowers, the Latino community gave me my flowers. I think that's probably the best one, you know what I'm saying? And having Victoria album launch as well, you know, and the BBC as well, because I think I can't pick again. It's like, which son
I'll give
is
you top three. I'll give you top three. It's fine.
I could give you top 5, but top 3 for sure. Those are the top 3 moments, and man, it's just too many. Like, you know, but yeah, those 3 moments are special, man. You can't.
Yeah, the Lambeth one. So like, extend your flowers. You had your own set.
Yeah,
like
man.
you had your own set, you were given your time, and you could have put whoever you want. I think that emphasizes like your OG status within the music scene and within this industry, because it's like only someone that you know is respectable and you know that they got talent and they know talent, are you going to give them a whole set for them to put on whoever they want.
For real, man. I appreciate it, man. Big up Jose Luis, big up Luciano, Latino Life, Candela Records. Like they gave me my space and to, you know, bring other Portuguese speaking artists, and you know, I selected you know, Dre Soul, Ana Santos, Broken Pen, Moya, and then Poetic as well, so we can push our album together. But you know, the fact that, you know, I got the call to have my own day and to, you know, it was surreal, you know what I mean? Because I worked so hard, you know what I'm saying? And what I've achieved as well, it's like, it goes on, for the most part in the UK rap scene, it's like almost overlooked, but we're here, you know what I mean? Latinos are here. Mike Kaye put in work. It happened. We were here, it's documented. You know, I did score a massive classic goal with K. Coke, you know what I mean? And using the football analogy, you know what I'm saying? I put numbers on the scoreboard, you feel me? Like, and they always try to kind of overlook that. But only one person, and Graham Daly, really highlighted that. It was my guy Seth, who's of Portuguese ancestry. He put me on the top 10 K. Coke best tracks of all time on Graham Daily. You know what I'm saying? And again, all these other platforms, they like to pretend the Latino scene ain't here, or the Portuguese scene didn't exist. But, you know, we were here before Afrobeats.
Just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Just saying.
Like, you get me? So, but not hating, not trying to cause any division. We're just saying we're here. So we're standing up for us, and just like, you got to stand up for yourself. And I hope all the young Latino and Palop artists and Portuguese artists, Brazilian artists just really pick up themselves and believe in themselves, and don't watch what anyone else is doing, but respect yourself first, innit? You know what I mean?
I think having representatives like you really is a big inspiration for the younger community, for the younger generations who are Latinos or from Palop descent, because it's like, growing up, I wouldn't say there was so much representation, but having OGs established like yourself, I feel like we're going to see so much more talent coming out now, which I'm excited for. I'm looking forward to it because it's giving new flavour, new sauce, and I'm in for it.
Man, I'm enjoying it. Like, your generation is the one paving the way now. Get me? It's you lot now. It's you lot's turn now.
See.
You get me? Like, I love what you did with Da Vinci. You get me? So you get me, and what you're doing right now, you feel me? Like, you're a hustler, you get me? So
boy, in this life, one must hustle.
Indeed.
Exactly. Interesting. So what can we expect from the future from you? Like, what aspirations or goals or projects would you like to achieve?
So for this year, 2024, like, we're working with more Brazilian artists. You know, I'm not gonna name names until it's really out there, just beforehand. So, but it's already in motion, like a Brazilian community. You know, shout outs to Radio Mais Brazil. Shout outs to Savannah for making a lot of these things happen in the background as well. What else? Me and Moya, we got a joint album coming out as well. So, like, you know, Mozambique, Angola, and Portuguese connections, UK connection. So yeah, we're gonna throw some interesting flavors out there. You get me?
I'm looking forward to it.
What else? I've got my own solo album coming out, and just like a bunch of singles coming out. So look out for that.
Love that. And you've mentioned Savannah, who is your manager.
Correct.
Being an artist that has a manager, what would you say it was difficult finding someone that you could trust, that you trust your manager now? Was that a journey within itself?
Yeah, that was a journey in itself. You get me? I had numerous situations prior to meeting Savannah, and let's just say that it wasn't the best choices. It was, you know what I mean? So Savannah, you know, my wife, you know, she was like scoping, and she's like, you know, I like that girl Savannah, you know. She doesn't talk like that. But yeah, she said she likes Savannah, so now Savannah's my sister from another mister, you get me? So shout out to my wife, I trust women's intuition 100%.
Man them.
Yeah.
I hope you're listening, yeah? Very vital piece of advice there. I agree. Say again, just for the people who can't hear in the back.
No, we ain't getting political, man. Yeah, I know what she's doing. It's not that deep.
It is that deep. Women's intuition is very on point.
But women's intuition is on point. I do believe that. You know what I mean? The history, speaks for itself. You get me? Yeah, we all come from a mother. You feel me? So yeah, she knows when we're BSing. You get me?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah, all right. I gave her too much, didn't I? Yeah.
So what would you recommend people getting a manager? Or what advice would you give? Because I know there are a lot of artists out there who could do with having management.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was one of those things where I felt I needed a manager because I was doing a lot. And I was at a point where, I really had a lot going on and I just needed to be a bit more organized. And Savannah was doing her thing. And like I said, we spoke before. It wasn't just like we just jumped into it, you know what I mean? And she was doing her thing. And then with it took a while, you know what I mean, to jump into that decision. But I think even now, like, I try not to give Savannah a lot of work. Like, if I could do it myself, I'll do it myself. So it's like that. I don't just throw everything at her. Like, I still make my own decisions, but then I'll run it by her just to let her know where we at. Because she's got her other artists. Shout out to Snoozito and Braden. They're talented guys, and me and Savannah, we like I said, we're like brother and sister, man. We got to that point, you know what I mean? And we speak about this game, kind of like Mourinho and what's his name? What's the Man City manager called again? I forgot, man. Guardiola. Mourinho Guardiola. Like, we're students of Barcelona, you feel me? Come on.
Love that.
Come on.
If you could perform in any festival, what festival would you perform in?
Oh, Afro Nation, baby.
Oof!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be mental.
Because, big up my one of my hometowns, Portimao, you get me? Because, like, I got my family out there, my mom lives out there, you get me? I'm always out there. So, like, to see it happening there, I went last year with Moya, shouts to Moya and the Barca family. Listen, man, like, I was so close to, like, artists, man, it was unreal. It was a wicked stage, man. Wicked stage. I'd love to perform on that. 100.
So we've put it out there. So Afro Nation, if you're watching, check him out and just listen to his music and put him on there. Yeah. Put him on there. Just put him on there. And if you could collaborate with any living artist, who would you collab with?
I mean, I love Bonga. Bonga is the OG of Simba. He's like 82 years old. He's still gigging. Still gigging. And like he's a story in itself, man. You know what I'm saying? He was an athlete back in the colonial days, and he used his platform to send messages to the government at the time. Well, the rebels at the time who are now the government. So he helped Angola gain independence by, and his music was like slightly like political, but Semba is like reflection of our society. You know what I mean? The music is like, it reflects what the people go through. So before hip hop culture, we always had Fado and Semba in Portuguese speaking culture, who are the voice of the people. They speak about our daily living. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's Bonga, definitely. But in terms of the younger ones, I love Sequatro Pedro, I'm not gonna lie. You get me? I love his music. You get me? So big up Sequatro Pedro, man. I'd love to one day work with him because I know he's a musical genius.
He is. No, his music is another OG. I'm gonna having you two on the track would be
Yeah.
Magical. I know it would be a naughty one.
I definitely, like, I'd learn so much. Like, I know I'd learn a lot, and my music would be different from that day onwards. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely.
And if you hadn't pursued a career in music, what would you have pursued instead?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't say. I can't say. Like, I've been doing 25 years now for it.
I'm not gonna lie, my mind started racing. I said, "Ooh, naughty. What would you be doing then if you don't want to share?"
Nah, I'm joking. Basically, I'll probably be somewhere like in the military or, you know, doing what I've done. Like, I've had my own security firm for a bit, a couple of years back, so I do bodyguard services from time to time.
Couldn't tell by the physique, don't worry.
Nah, don't worry. So I'll be doing that. But yeah, I'd be married to that lifestyle. Yeah, it's an interesting lifestyle. You know, it's similar to music, but it's a lot. It's more boring. Yeah.
Have you like met anyone interesting or like top secret?
Too many. Like I met like when I was younger, I used to work the football scene. So I've met like Nicholas Anelka, El Hadj Diouf, Jesus Christ, it's so many football players. I haven't met Man United because I used to work for Man City and Bolton. I ended up on Match of the Day too back in the day, like just being snapshot.
Like
yeah,
like you look serious. Let's get on camera.
If you Google Man City versus Fulham, 2008 Match of the Day, you'll see me there coming out, looking serious. Looking serious. Coming like Sucre from Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad.
What's his name?
What's that? Prison Break back in the day. Like coming out with a screw face, looking all mad. Like I'm just dumpy too, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna mess with him.
Yeah, exactly, man. But yeah, it was a good moment back in 08. You know what I mean? Guarding the UEFA Cup. You know, having that kind of responsibility trusted in you. It shows your character. You feel me? You get me? So
100%.
Yeah.
And what would you like to be known for? What would you like your legacy to be?
Oof. Dope music. Yeah, dope music.
I think you're already there.
Yeah, I want my kids to say like, yo, my daddy was dope. My daddy was was a good influence, a good positive person, and just a focal point in the history of our people. That's it.
I feel like you're already there, so you're already accomplishing that legacy for sure. For sure. Right, now we're going to play a little game of what do you prefer. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Are you sure? They're quick fire ones, so don't think about it too much. Just first thing that comes to your head, that was.
Aye.
Eh?
Might surprise himself.
Alright. Day or night?
Night.
Do you like to invite people or to be invited?
Invite people.
Summer or winter?
Verão.
Sweet or savory?
I am a sweet tooth.
Yeah. Sweet guy.
Yeah.
Serious, but I got a sweet
tooth. Yeah, man, I do have a sweet tooth. That's the secret. That's the secret, though. Like, you see me eating savory things, like, you know what I mean? Pause, yeah? But yeah, I'm a sweet.
Praia or montanha?
Praia.
Yeah, same. I can't lie. Monogamy or polygamy? I haven't even heard of monogamy. Lights on or lights off?
Well, the lights are on right now, blood.
Lights on?
Yeah, whatever the way. Next question. That's a private thing. You get me?
Kizomba or tarraxa?
Kizomba, man. Let's keep it classic.
Kuduru or soccer?
Soccer. I love Kuduru, man. Don't shoot me, but grew up with soccer first. You get me?
Small or what are now?
Ooh, paganism. I just had a guaraná last night. But yeah, man was raised on sumo, so yeah, I'm gonna edge it to sumo.
Smoked kid, ananas.
Yeah, ananas.
Yeah, I quite like it.
Maracuja, but ananas, yeah.
Ananas is the original
it's
one.
the original one.
Can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. Kizaka or mufete?
Jeez, she went ancestral, saying that. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, I had more mufet than I had kizaka, so I'll go with mufet. Yeah.
Okay. Kalalu or kashupa?
Ooh. Really throwing a spanner in the
background
works,
there.
You know what? Big up all my Criollos, man. I do love my kashupa, but in Angola we eat it as well, but Cape Verdeans, it's their thing, so I'll go with kachupa, yeah. All day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love all, don't shoot me again, I go.
Reggaeton or salsa?
Ooh, Jesus, man.
Jesus.
Man, we should have, it's like drink champs, innit?
Yeah, like if you miss, take a shot.
Yeah, I should take a shot, man.
Production, what do we think?
Mate, salsa or reggaeton?
It's the tricky one.
I mean, I'll say reggaeton because it's for my era, but you know, I love salsa, man.
Yeah? Yeah, I like a bit of salsa as well. What do you prefer, the Portuguese accent? Brazilian or Portuguese?
But I'm not gonna lie. I think all the Portuguese people, majority, love the Brazilian accent, yeah?
Guilty.
Yeah. So I'll probably sway towards that. However, I don't know, over the years, I just enjoy the Porto accent. It's hilarious.
Porto?
Like,
they speak so different.
Yeah, but they're just like raw with it, more direct.
So Porto.
You gotta watch, yeah, I know what you're saying. Nah, but like for me, it's just like nostalgia for me right now. But yeah, I'll say, I can't even pick. I'm not gonna get. That's political. That's politics. Yeah, we're not doing politics. Yeah, so it's a neutral thing.
Okay.
I'll choose Angola over everything.
He said on both of you.
Yeah.
Both of you. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, prefiro mesmo aquele, tá vendo, né? Yeah.
Smart wear or casual wear?
Yeah, I keep it cash. I do like smart, but I'll go cash. Yeah, cash.
So more time I've seen you wear black or red. So if you had to pick black or red to wear, what are you picking?
Ooh.
One or the other? See you rocking the both right now.
You're rocking the boat, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, you know. I think black, you can't go wrong, can it?
No, I agree.
No matter the
You
way.
can never go wrong with black.
Never go wrong with black. Pause for you. You know, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm tired, blood. I just walked into that one. Pause. That's mad. That's wild. That's wild for that. For real. That's mad.
Moving on so swiftly. Motorbike or car?
Oh, man. Yeah, car, man. Still, yeah, car.
Merc or Audi?
Audi.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Audi.
Alright then. And before we close up, where can the people find you?
Find me on all socials. Don Jaga 737. Yeah, follow your boy. Just get it.
Any last piece of advice you want to tell the people? Something you want to get out there? A little message?
Yeah, man. Just keep believing in yourself. Keep grinding. Yeah, man. Let's keep pushing the culture forward. Yeah. Estamos juntos e misturados.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing with us. Thanks for the giggles and the laugh. Appreciate it.
So what, my sister? So what? So love.
That has been Get to Know with Carïana and...
What's the boy Don Jaga?
So you already know what to do. Subscribe, comment, like, share the thing, and keep your eyes posted.
Estamos sempre a cruzar, eu começo a imaginar. Vamos lá, baby devagar. Muito simples do remi, esse corpo nunca vi. Balançar, põe as mãos no ar. Quero saber teus segredos, sussurrando papo reto. Adoro esse teu reflexo, paixão sem amor não tem nexo. Fantasias noite e dia, é perfeita melodia. Pensava que nunca caía.